So hello and welcome to my next chess video. This time I show you the game between Komodo TCECr versus Stockfish 1.0. So two older versions from those two engines, which are currently one of the best engines in the world, but these are two old versions of them. And let's see how they do in this position. This is a position which can arise in the Rui, and I let them play this position without book or table bases, and it arises after those moves. For example, knight of 6, castles, b5, bishop here, bishop e7, rook there, castles, d4, knight takes d4, knight takes d4, pawn takes d4, pawn here, knight there, queen takes, and now c5. And it seems that, the queen has to move, and then c4 traps the bishop, but the queen can in fact move to this d4 square, counterattack the rook, and now c5 doesn't work because you lose the rook. So that's why the rook is played to this square, and now this is also a possible move, but I decided that they should start from that position with c3. And now Stockfish 1 is currently planning to develop the bishop here, which is theory, this move, and then queen g4, which was also my idea during the blitz game I played today. And with the idea bishop to h6, well, this is actually not really the idea because the knight is defending the pawn. I just see that, but you can maybe still go bishop to there and then move the knight to this d2 square to go knight f4, and black's position is pretty cramped right now, but black has also no problems. Not really. The game I played today in the internet continued with c5, bishop here, and f5, and I played this check here, followed by d6, which was probably a mistake because I overlooked that the bishop is covering this pawn also. So yeah, but here we have the fury move, bishop to b7. Now let's see what Komodo TCECr comes up with. Queen e2. Thinks is a good move, because after this, I don't know, f5 maybe. No, f5, the pawn is pinned, but c5, and then f5, but then this you can still take, so this might work. Queen g4, but queen e2 also an option, which Komodo thinks is a good move. Queen e2, what's the idea behind that one? Maybe to meet this with that and to prepare queen to here. Threatening mate. Also bishop f4 could come with ideas of e6, but we will see. Queen e2, what can black do in that position? d4 maybe, d4, freeing move. Of course you don't want to take en passant, so let's go bishop f4, trying to threaten e6. So let's go out of the way with the rook, knight d2, Knight to c7. Try and go there. But okay, after this you could maybe push here immediately. But after takes, you take with check. The king has to move, and now what, maybe putting the bishop there. Trying to go queen here, for example, a random move. Queen here, threatens mate here, and yeah, but still the knight can move, block this, and still there is nothing. So yeah, you could go e6 here, followed up with this check. But, and then knight d2 maybe. Then still knight f6 or knight c7. But this you can maybe take. Queen takes, knight here. Followed up with rook to d1. Oh, wait. d3 check. You win the bishop. Okay. So this I just recognized now. So after d4, maybe you could go e3 immediately. You cannot take because this check would lose you the bishop. No, it doesn't. You can block with the rook. But then you can attack the rook this way and play knight d2. And this rook is pinned. Oh, you also have a tactic here. If rook there, then bishop takes h7. Check. If the king takes it, then the rook falls. If the king goes here, then the rook falls again. So the king has to go there if you want to keep the rook. And then even bishop here, threatening mate. And if rook there, then you take the bishop, but then you lose that. No, this is check. Takes. Okay, you cannot take the bishop anymore. Okay, king f8, but okay, you kind of have this rook in a bind. So maybe rook here. Just to be crude. Trying to go there. With the huge threat, if you take this, then queen here is mate. So that one, but now the rook swings over to the h file. Now takes. The knight nicely covers this mating square. But after this, okay, you just move the bishop, threaten mate right here, and also mate there, and it's all over. So queen e2 might be a strong move by Komodo. With this in mind, so c5 might not be the best. With e6 in mind, takes, rook here, followed by bishop takes h7. Maybe even better is bishop f4 immediately to insert this. No, bishop takes h7 is just better. Bishop takes h7, king f8, and rook to e3, followed by d5 and rook there. It takes, knight takes, c4, bishop here. and I don't see a defense anymore. You cannot move the king because the rook hangs, and yeah, so this is the threat. So you can you kind of have to go there probably, but still bishop here. If you take the queen, then rook there is checkmate. So here bishop rook e3. I think this whole stuff is crushing. With e3, e6, you cannot take this pawn, so you have to play something like f5 to at least lock down this bishop. Then bishop f4, attacking the rook. Okay, you can go there. Takes, knight takes, but then d6 comes. So, and if you play knight here, then still takes, and e7 wins you the game. Takes. Oh, sorry for that. And then rook takes, and just knight here. No, not knight here. This it still works after rook there. Then you can go with your king there to attack the rook, and black can resign. Yeah, we have queen e2. Queen e2 is a very strong move. The longer I analyze it. e6, f5, bishop here, so the rook has to move. So let's say the rook moves there, then bishop here. If bishop there, then takes, and again e7. So these two bishops look great actually here. Black is completely tied up. Knight is coming in. Queen is coming in there. Yeah, probably queen here is the major threat now. Not some knight maneuver. Queen here is the major threat. Queen e2, c4. So we are exactly in this line. Bishop c2. And something like this could be played. Let's see both evaluations around here. Right around here. We have both engines like equally are thinking that this position is around equal. Let's see something else. I analyzed this opening now quite deeply. Yeah, this was the position against Grape Donaldson. I can show you that game also. But before I want to look something. If my upload is finished, yes. It is. So c4, flop by bishop c2 and queen b6. This might be the strongest. Okay, we are currently rook b8, c4, bishop h7, bishop queen e2. Queen e2 is a good move, I think, for e6. f5 and bishop there. Followed by bishop to here, and black yeah, probably queen b6 here is the best move. Just attack this pawn, but then bishop there. Queen there most probably, followed up with bishop here to here. So let's say knight here, bishop there, bishop takes, queen takes, still e7 is a threat. So queen b6, queen here, knight there, no, not bishop there. But what is black actually doing? Pawn here, a3, now a4. What is white actually doing? Maybe knight here, just improve the position and ask black what to do. Yeah, black is in huge trouble here, I think, after all of that. Okay. We are currently on this position right here. Not c4, bishop ba7, and then queen e2, c4, and bishop to c2, which is currently the position on the board. And now queen b6 is calculated by Stockfish 1. So let's see, queen b6, e6 is currently not working, but you could go for the attack with queen h4, g3, let's say you go there, going after this pawn right here. Then that move, e6 maybe, followed up with queen takes e6, king moves there, and then the bishop hangs. So you kind of have to move the rook again. Then the bishop comes in, slicing all across the board. Knight plans to go there, there, and there maybe. This is the knight route. Looks grim for black, so after this maybe f5. Then the queen goes back to e2, the bishop can go there. But you know, I don't really know if this queen b6, queen there, threatening mate, queen g4, something like this most probably. Let's see this opening again. c4, rook, queen takes rook, okay. Let's see with which move we get here. Which move Stockfish thinks is a good move there. the line Stockfish gives is d6 now, followed by queen there, new variation, pawn there, queen there, and then queen c8. If you take there and attack the rook, for example like this, then the rook can come here. You cannot take the rook because of queen takes here, checkmate, and there is not much you can do against this, and probably knight f6 still. But then the bishop is coming in there. You still cannot take the rook because of bishop takes, and queen takes their mate. And you also cannot take with the knight because then the queen hangs. But maybe this is still the best what you can do. Knight here, bishop takes, king takes, and rook takes there. Or you can go there with the knight. But black gets some counterplay. So let's see. We have the move d6. Now Komodo thinks e6 is a good move here. e6. Of course you cannot take this pawn because of queen takes. Now rook here. Bishop takes there. I think we had this on the analysis board. Rook there. I think it's over after this because the rook is coming in there. Is this the continuation I showed? c4, queen here, not f5, not f5. Rook b8, bishop b7, queen e2, c4. Yeah, I had this with d5, but d6 works the same with e6. Takes rook there. So, and if you go f5, okay, then this bishop to here doesn't come with a tempo on the rook, and the bishop can also not come to this square right here, so maybe d6 is a better move, but we have e6 here. Now the knight. Now Stockfish calculates knight c7 as a good move. Then takes here, takes there. And white is a little underdeveloped here. Black's pieces are fully mobilized, so let's see how this will unveil. I had also problems against Mr. Grape Donaldson in this blitz game on chess.com with my development, but in the end I won it in the end game. But okay. See, very interesting kind of game here. Let's see, knight c7. This is what both engines give. Then e takes, rook takes, and a4 followed by knight to d5 is what Komodo gives. Knight d5. Or rook takes followed by knight bd2, or knight d2 followed by queen d7, and knight to e4. Followed by this continuation. This is what Komodo thinks now. The pawn is pinned because the queen would hang. Rook b f8. This is how it continues, going after this pawn. But then bishop here. Just defending it, and yeah, should be roughly equal, this position. Not really an advantage for white. So let's see both evaluations right around here. 0, yeah, both engines are quite confident in their position here to hold this. But there are nice traps in this opening, I figured out. And I'm gonna try this kind of thing on Tuesday. Takes, rook takes. e6, knight c7, queen takes, and now also an option is a4 followed by knight d5, a takes b5, pawn takes b5. This is what I played in my game. Pawn takes d5 and bishop to e4. Something like this is also possible. Followed up with queen b6, stopping any rook infiltration, and also eyeing this square right here. So now rook f8 is coming. And probably knight d2, so that you can play after rook f8 your knight there to block the rooks. So this is one option, and the other option is to not go a5 but to go knight d2. Followed by queen d7 and the line I just showed you, and yeah, let's see. White hasn't got any advantage out of the opening here. But it's still a playable position for, yeah, basically both sides. We have to move knight d2. Here, the game might continue like this, without rook f3, of course, and the position should be balanced. But Stockfish calculates the move bishop h4 here, in that position, bishop h4, going after this pawn right there immediately. And g3 and bishop e7, provoking g3, but then queen g4, but I don't think queen g4 will ever come. Stockfish is always giving queen g4. What to do here? Probably knight to e4, knight d5, something like this. Looks more plausible. We have bishop g4, h4. Let's see, this was not on Komodo TCECr's radar, I think. But it's not such a bad move. Komodo gives the line g3, bishop back to e7, b3, or not b3, wait. g3, bishop back to rook fe7, g3, rook fe7. What the hell is that? Rook fe7. If you take this, then what? If you could go there, then it's clear why. But you cannot go there because of the pawn. So you have to take. Mysterious. This Komodo line. But the bishop went back to e7, provoked the weakness g3, and now maybe a4. Followed up by g6. Pawn takes. Well, b3 followed up with bishop f6 is now the main line which Komodo gives. And let's again see both evaluations. Both engines are thinking that this position is even. White has some holes there, but black's position is also not that clear. b3, bishop f6, bishop c1, b2. This is the line Komodo gives, but also knight e4 might be an option. Let's see for what Komodo's decision is. Knight e4, maybe followed up with d5. New variation and something like this. Now changes its mind back to b3. Not bishop f4, but knight g4, threatening on h7. If bishop takes, queen takes, you just lost a piece, so you cannot go there. But you can also not go there. You have to go back. So knight e4 doesn't make any sense. So that's why we have to move b3. Pawn takes b3. Bishop takes b3. You lose the exchange. Maybe bishop here. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Queen here attacking the knight. And if the knight moves, yeah, then the rook is still defending the bishop. But okay, it's close. I wouldn't take this pawn though. I would play bishop f6 to counter on that pawn, like Stockfish's calculation is. Bishop here defending this pawn, also connecting rooks. Hello, hello. And then and maybe b4 using the pin. B takes c4. G6 then. Why not doing this? Isn't this a fork? Don't understand that. This is a fork to me. B takes c4. Okay, we don't have bishop f6. This I have to check in the analysis later. We have, after the move b3, we have to move queen to here. And now both engines have more time again to calculate it out. B takes c4, B takes c4 probably. Now I will play bishop a6, a3. Trying to pile up on this d6 pawn. Which cannot move, but then queen here, and it's very hard to defend on this diagonal. So you have to take care about stuff. So maybe bishop here first to try and exchange this bishop. Maybe even immediately, queen here immediately maybe. No, then bishop there. Okay. So you kind of have to take back. B takes c4. And now you can go bishop a3 because this is not really a threat because of that. But Stockfish thinks rook bf8 is a good move. So that after takes you can take there, take there, take there, king takes, and knight takes c4, threatening this pawn right here. So you defend it, and now bishop here, threatening to attack white. So although it's two rooks versus a queen, this king is very open, and this is very dangerous for white. So let's see, rook f8 is a very dangerous move, I have to say. Let's see if it is played. But the option is also after rook f8 to not go in for this, to just go f4 or f3. f3 might even be better. Let's see what Stockfish comes up with after f3. I'm really getting tired now. And this game can take for another half an hour, I think. I make a break on this game and let's see how the TCEC is running. Moreno currently fighting against Arazan. And let's see the standings also. In this Division 3. Lila Zero currently ahead 2 points in front of Komodo MCTS. So the Monte Carlo tree search version 2210. So those two will probably promote, and currently Nemorino is playing against whom again? Arasan, and Arasan thinks its position is already winning. Nemorino is not that clear about it, but yeah, you can decide for yourself. This diagonal is open, Black's king is still in the center. What has Black got for it? 6 versus 6 pawn. Black didn't even get a pawn for it, so this is clearly better for White. Nothing to say. Let's see what the chat says here. Who is online? Is KC online? Let's see. No, and this I can't believe. This. Okay, let's go back to the game. We had moves there. We had the move rook here, rook f8, f3, d5, and queen here threatening on h7. See, bishop c5 check is the response here, probably king here to be safe here in the square, and now you have to do something against this threat. And let's see both evaluations right around here. Again, both engines are thinking that this is around equal. Stockfish even thinks that this is better for Black, but let's see. Okay, we have to move king h1 instead. And let's see how this game continues. So we have to move queen h3. Now by Stockfish. And let's say both engines are thinking that this is equal still. So it probably is, but it has some dangers for black. If black doesn't know what to do in this opening, then it's will go down very early. But of course those engines are knowing the tricks. Two Stockfish currently down a pawn. Knight takes b5, most probably played here. So I am currently thinking what to do here after knight takes b5, because this queen h3 also defends the h7 pawn. And this extra pawn doesn't mean anything. Black's position is very active and also a little bit better, I think. I would prefer black here. This position, pawn takes, also an option, and still I would prefer black here. But this is only my opinion of this position. Yeah, we have pawn takes a5, b5. Now what's white's move here? Probably bishop b2. Connecting rooks, but what is black's plan here? Maybe something like queen f1 to get the queens off the board, be up a pawn in this endgame. So let's see. But currently the queens are still on the board. So let's say bishop c8. This is the engine, what the engines are giving. Queen f1, queen h5. Trying to go bishop h3, f4, bishop h3, and g5, counter-sacrificing a pawn, bishop takes or even queen takes is possible here. I don't see the reason why to play g5 here. But this is what Komodo thinks is a good move. Let's see. I will conclude this game if they are not finished in a couple of minutes. Still around even. Also queen h6 is possible here in that position. Stockfish line continues like this f4 bishop here. Queen here, f4, bishop to h3, not even bishop to h3, f4, oh g5 here by black, sorry I mixed something, g5, knight b3 attacking the bishop, and the bishop goes to d6. And yeah, this looks very shaky for the white team here. And now bishop to c1, so white is clearly on the defensive now. But if white survives this, it should be up a pawn. G takes f4 and knight d4 is what Komodo thinks. What about pawn takes here, threatening mate and the queen? Oh, and the queen here hangs. This check does probably nothing. Okay, this bishop c1 also pins the pawn, knight d4. So Knight d4, bishop h3 attacking the queen. Okay, but the queen wants to go away from this square anyway. Bishop here, now queen h5. You could maybe take there. Take. Oh, it's check. Oh. King goes there. And now queen here. But then rook there, attacking the queen. Queen there, rook there. Now you have to give up the queen. Looks interesting, this position, but probably more interesting for black than for white. But okay, I will say it's a draw if they are not finished soon. They are now in blitz mode, so knight d4. G takes f4, this is only transposition. Knight d4, bishop a3, queen there, and pawn takes with check. King there. And then you can still go there. But why not play queen after this? Why not play this immediately? Yeah, because of takes, and this is better for black here. So that's why you should go there first. Knight d4, bishop h3, king g1, f takes g3. Doesn't work because, well, it actually does. F takes g3, because if you take the queen, then this one would regain the queen, but I don't know, the knight is defending the bishop, and also the rook is currently under attack, and white is up a piece, so this doesn't work. And we have a different continuation here. We have the move. Oh, this is very fast now. They're really playing it out very fast. Queen check. Let's see both evaluations. Both engines are zeroing it again. So it should probably be a draw. Bishop takes h2. Yeah, this is again a trick, but king h8. Let's see, because queen here forces a queen exchange. So that's why Stockfish thinks king h8 is a good move, but okay, this is now fast blitz chess, so I will now only show this board and share my opinion with you. With king h8, now rook here, and Komodo gives it as better for white now. B takes, knight here, attacking the queen. 3 versus 2 pawns. Now Stockfish is the one upper pawn. Those are even connected passes. But okay, Komodo is up the exchange. So let's see how this one is going to end. Rook a b1. Let's see, both engines are around 3 minutes. They don't have much time left. Komodo TCECr is on plus 1.67 now. So it should be much better for white now. One pair of rooks came off. But can this anyone win? Okay, with this discovery most probably. Bishop h3, I would take the pawn on g7, h7. King g8 and now queen to d6 forces an exchange of queens. Rook g1 also possible. Bishop d6 check, queen takes d6, and rook g7 would be interesting, but the king has to move king here. Now queen f6 by Stockfish is calculated. By Stockfish 1 I have to say, because yeah, both engines are now on clearly winning for white. This check, king f8. Another rook comes. Not even the rook, knight e6 now. Desperation by Stockfish. And now just a rook up for Komodo. Okay, trying to trick white, but white doesn't fall for it. Didn't take the pawn on d5, because then c2, c1 wouldn't be stoppable. Yeah, black can just resign now. Now black resigned the game. Yeah, it was a nice game. Let's see. How long did they play theory? This was all given to them. Queen e2. Has Queen e2 ever played before? Has been played before? Live book. Queen e2 never played before. That with c4, bishop here, d6, knight here. Yeah, completely new game now. No, this was the other game here or something else, I don't know. Showed 0, but okay. Probably it's a new game, probably not. e6 here and here. Yeah, the complete analysis of this game will be available tomorrow, because now I am quite tired and want to go to bed. But let's see. This endgame was clearly only technique, clearly winning now for white. Okay, thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao.